Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this session, we are going to get the information about a 9th standard English medium social science. In that, history, chapter number 4, continued part of Vijayanagara and Bahumani kingdoms. In the previous session, we get the information about Krishnadevaraya, the military achievements of Krishnadevaraya and the fall of Vijayanagara kingdom. Among that, the battle of Rakkasa Thangadi. So these are the very important concepts we are discussed in the previous session. Let's come to the today. In this session, we are going to get the information about the contributions of Vijayanagara kingdom in the different fields. The contributions of Vijayanagara kingdom, among that, the first one, administration. As the administration in the Vijayanagara empire was carried on in traditional manner, nothing but the kings selected their eldest sons as their heirs. So that is the traditional manner. The central administration was strong. Here, under the Vijayanagara administration, the power is not decentralized. The power it is centralized, and some powers were decentralized. The council of ministers, strong military, provincial chieftains, or the king would give land to the leader or chieftains in return for military service. There were different bodies like the state council, leader, name called as Nayankar, village administration, so etc. These are the existed in the administration system. Among that, Timmarasa was a great prime minister, belongs to Vijayanagara kingdom. The kingdom had various administrative levels like the state, Nadu and village. For the administration convenience, the entire kingdom it has been divided into as the state, Nadu and village. The king enjoyed the absolute power in judicial matters. Because of the entire justice, it was under the control of the ruler. The provincial officers used to dispense justice in the provinces. The punishment used to be severe. The village was the last level of administration, and a Grama Sabhas used to carry on the administration there. The Gauda, Karnam and Talwar used to assist in the village administration. The Gauda, Karnam and Talwar, they are used to help to look over the administration system at village level. In the provincial level, the Nada Gaudas in the cities, Pattana Swamis or Pattana Shatti used to look after the administration system in the provinces. Vijayanagara had a mighty army when come to the part of administration, among that army troop. So it consists of three hierarchies. Among that, the permanent troops sent by vassal states, and the troops of royal guards, especially the royal guards who look after the king's security. The infantry, cavalry, elephants and cannons were the main divisions of the army. Cannons began to used in wars from 1368 onwards. There were mammoth elephants, a huge elephants troop in the army troop of the Vijayanagara kingdom. Horses brought from Arabia were a major attraction of Vijayanagara army. There was a naval squad in the army, so as we have get the information about Lakkhana Dandesha, he was built one of the naval troop. People from all castes could occupy high positions in the army. There is no discrimination in the name of caste. Okkaliga and Bedas became the chieftains usually. Forts and moats played a very important role during the wars or protecting the forts. So this is about the administration system of the Vijayanagara kingdom. So let's come to the about social system. The society was based on Varna based social system. However, there was also occupation based caste system. There were many skilled artisans, blacksmiths, goldsmiths, bell metal smiths, carpenters, weavers and cobblers. They are in the society of social system under the Vijayanagara kingdom with the different occupation based caste system. The practices of child marriage, sati and devadasi systems were prevalent under the Vijayanagara kingdom. Though monogamy, mono means single, was the common practice, single wife, whereas kings and rich people they had many wives. They are polynomy. So that is they have the kings and rich people they have many wives. Even women enjoyed a dignified status in the society. There were female wrestlers and female palace guards in the Vijayanagara kingdom. As the Holi, Deepavali and Dasara festivals were celebrated publicly. Dasara festival used to celebrate it with pomp and glory at Hampi under the royal patronage. Even today, the celebration of Dasara festival is one of the very significant of the contribution of Vijayanagara kingdom. Music and dance enjoyed great popularity. So this is about the social system of Vijayanagara kingdom. So whereas economic system, Vijayanagara was economically prosperous. Land tax was the main source of revenue for the kingdom. Farmers used to give 1/4 of their income to the government in the form of tax. 1/4. For example, if they are grow 4 bags of ragi, out of 4 bag, in that they have to be give 1 bag as in the form of tax. And there will be a different taxes used to be pay or collecting by the Vijayanagara rulers like professional tax, revenue tax, road tax, market tax, commercial tax, import and export taxes and tributes from the vassals were the other forms of revenue to the kingdom. It is the source of income. Even agriculture was the main backbone of the economy. The people grew different kinds of crops throughout the year. Like the very important crops like jowar, ragi, paddy, wheat, lentils, pulses like green gram, black gram, tur dal, sesame seeds, groundnuts, cotton, sugarcane and coconut were the main crops growing in the Vijayanagara kingdom. The Vijayanagara kings constructed wells, tanks and canals to encourage irrigation and agriculture. So there were 5 kinds of practices of land holdings. So they are giving the land holdings, rent for the land like Geni, Guttige, Siddhaya, Vara and Gadi. So these are the tenancy or lease holdings and other kinds they are practices under the Vijayanagara kingdom, especially in the agricultural system. Whereas the Vijayanagara empire had achieved great progress in the field of industries and commerce. Spices like pepper, cloves and cardamom, salt, petre, iron ore, diamonds, granulated sugar, musk, sandalwood, perfume. So these are all the very important exported to the other places, other countries. So even textile industries, textile industries. Apart from that, the above things are exporting to other places. The coins of different denominations like gold coins, Gadiana, pagoda, silver coins and copper coins were in use. So these are the very important economic system of the Vijayanagara kingdom. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case of if you having any doubts or till now what we are discussed, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next session. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.